So I'm Alex, hi.
I'm Elge, hi.
And I'm Jake, hi.
And oh hi, we're Cyhra. I think it was a good show. It was sold out, basically, right?
Yeah, it was
sold out,
completely
sold out.
1,700 people, I think.
Unfortunately, we cannot take credit for that because it was a Murphy show.
Well, maybe a little bit credit.
Yeah, a little bit credit.
Because the manager, Amorphis manager, told me that first it was like 1,000 seat, then the tickets, were selling, and then us was announced. It went, in a few days.
Yeah, that's
sold
great.
out. So I
good.
guess we had a, little.
And we had an impact.
Yeah,
that's good. Thank you, Amorphis, for bringing
Yes.
us along, and we would love to do that again. It was amazing.
No, it was fun. It was fun. It was a good show, and it was just great to be back on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We had shows in the summer, festival shows, but then we went on to record the new album. So it was the first show that we played after the recordings.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we had
The last
a
one was Skogsröret.
month and a half, 2-month break. So it was
We did a Skogsröret show, and then we went straight into the studio.
Exactly.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And you had a baby, right?
Yeah, not me, my girlfriend had. but I took part in the making of the baby. Yeah.
So how's the baby doing?
He's fantastic. She just updated me about all the pukes and poops, and I feel really bad being away from her now. Like when the kid is only 2 weeks old, but hopefully he will not remember that later on. No, he's great. He's one of these kids. I have 2 kids now. My firstborn, she was screaming a lot when things didn't go her way when she was younger, but this one doesn't. So it's nice.
That's great.
How are you?
Oh, you're talking about the baby. I thought we were talking about KJ. No.
Well, I don't know him that well. I just met him.
KJ is our social media guy, by the way, if you want.
And jack of all trades, guitar tech, photographer, videographer, you name it.
Psychologist.
Yeah, he can do it all.
Yeah. Hairdresser, barber, the list goes on. And
He's
on.
actually a bartender.
He's a bartender, and actually he's a pretty decent chef. He cooked a couple times.
Yeah, he cooked a lot of times when we
But he
recorded
sucks
the
at
album.
slicing onions. Yeah, that's actually true. Okay, continue. Every show is you can, as an artist, you cannot like judge the show after its size. Like every show are as important than.
And it's our show. It's our headlining show
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
And, no, of course, we're totally looking forward to it. Yes.
Yeah, and sometimes the smaller shows can actually be really intimate in a good way, because you sometimes in a big festival, the audience could be 40 meters away, so you don't really, you're there isolated by your in-ears and stuff. But in this smaller environment, it's actually you feel the crowd's energy. Hopefully they are energetic. I'm sure they will be. So
Take care of that.
good. Thank you.
Sometimes smaller shows are also smaller.
Yeah, and intimate usually means something good.
Yeah.
So do you prefer this kind of intimate shows over the festival shows, or?
As Olga said, they're good and great in 2 separate ways. I mean, like, let's say you're playing a big festival in front of 20,000 people. It's massive in a way that when you ask the audience to scream, it's loud, and you see all these hands up in the air, and you have the giant stage to play with, as a show. But then when you have your intimate shows, you can, high five the audience, and you can interact with them in a complete other way. So there's 2 different worlds.
And of course, big festival, the people are not necessarily there for you. So you might be playing to 30,000 people, 50,000 people, which is great. And it's of course a great promotion for a band. But it's not like only your audience, and that's the thing that you're slightly detached. So I think my favorite thing actually sold out club shows. I actually like bigger clubs, let's say from 1,000 to 2,000 people, with the audience close to the stage. That's what I love to. You see the people, you get immediate reaction. That's probably my favorite song.
Because you must be really far away as well. Like,
Yeah, I'm
in
always so far in the
festivals.
back, exactly. Yeah. No,
you-
sometimes I just have to, I don't even see my band. I'm like, where are they? You know?
It started off that me and Jesper started to sit down and make the foundations of songs, and then Oige came in, and Oige had tons of ideas, and then we sent it over to Alex, and we threw stuff back and forth. So we this was a complete band effort this time. Like everyone was involved, both in musical writing and in lyric writings. Actually,
It was very organic because a lot happened actually in the studio. Because this time the demos were more rougher and less detailed than on the first one. The first one, Jake and Jesper had worked out a couple songs really to the detail already. And then you don't have much space anymore to do things because you're just used to what they sound like.
Yeah.
You're more or less just trying to, do it the same way in the studio. But this time it was very organic and it was really like a real collaboration in the studio for the most part. It was great.
Yeah, and we actually wrote songs in the studio from
Actually,
the scratch
in the studio,
too.
Yeah, that we did.
Yeah,
That was
so
fun.
because it was really inspiring because we were all there the same time. Because the first time it was done, I mean, I did my guitars at my home studio and it was recorded. But now we were all there and living there together, so we were like 24/7 there together for 3 to 4 weeks. So it was a lot of inspiration.
I don't get how we did it last time. So, first album, Alex recorded the drums in Gothenburg together with the guitars. Then we switched studio for the bass into a complete other studio in Sweden. Then I flew to New York to do the vocals. And then Oige did his parts in Riga, and then we mixed in Denmark. So it was like the biggest fucking puzzle last time. And this time we decided that we were gonna go to one place.
Yeah.
We found our sound with the first album. We knew already what kind of music we wanted to play and how we wanted it to sound. Of course, like 2 albums will sound differently, but not to the content that they will be over here.
We have a band song that's clearly the same band. I have to say though, it evolved, of course. It changed and evolved, but I think it's mostly Oige having a bigger part in the writing and the playing of the album and having the mindset of having 2 guitars on the album. So naturally it's more riff oriented, more guitar oriented than the first one. That is probably the biggest difference.
We did a lot of live streams and we had a lot of fun. And it was KJ that were behind those things.
Yeah, KJ was again KJ. KJ was responsible for the inserts and everything, and he filmed and yeah,
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We are gonna cut them together in one way or the other. So, but they're still up on our Facebook page if you want to see them in.
Some of them are up on our YouTube page as
on
well.
our YouTube page as well.
I don't know why they. I don't know. Was there some technical stuff? But at least on Facebook, if you scroll down the feed, still there. They are still there. So.
And one of them was nominated for an Oscar. I didn't
Really?
tell you guys yet. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which ones?
It was the third.
The
or
Oscars
fourth.
are usually in like
Best,
February. So.
Yeah, it was the 3rd or 4th stream. Best visual effects again, Kate. So.
New songs, new material for the live shows.
I thought it was the same songs again.
Yeah, don't tell them that. Come on. I told you to be quiet in interviews. Come on.
Nice.
No. What we said before, a little bit more live-oriented songs. We figured out that a lot of, not a lot of the songs, but some of the songs in the first album didn't end up being that party. Yeah, we can call them a little bit party poopers live because they're great to listen to in general. But you know, when you have a live set, you know, it's hard because like as us, usually when you release one album, you just get a couple of shows, and then you release a couple of more albums, and your career takes off. We were fortunate enough to have our career take off pretty fast. and then we have to play the whole album, all the songs, because we don't have any other songs. But now with the new album, there's some songs that are faster, harder, and smoother.
Exactly.
And like I guess Alex said it before, a bit more guitar oriented, like riff oriented. There's more of those twin guitar harmonized melodies and riffing than on the first album. But there's still stuff that has like nice orchestrated stuff.
Absolutely.
So it's a evolvement
absolutely,
from the first album to
actually many aspects. Also the drums I think are more diverse than on the first record, just because on the first record as a band you kind of have to find your sound and you have to test the waters and see how far you can take things, what fits the band. And I think all of us got an idea about how the band sounds when we started touring more or playing more. And then you realize, okay, this is something I can do in this band and it works. And naturally on the second record you can just go a little more for that. So yeah, but the most obvious thing is the more guitars actually. More is more.
Abba has been the catalyst for a lot of Swedish bands and musicians, and I mean like Swedish music can be heard everywhere. Like you have bands like Abba, Roxette, Avicii. You have like these gigantors in the music business, and even though it has infected the metal business as well. I mean, like all those chord progressions and the catchiness that Swedish music usually has to come from somewhere, and I think Abba is. I don't say that they should take all the credit, but it's
a big part of Swedish culture.
Big part of Swedish culture,
of course,
absolutely.
Of course. And I mean, of course, it goes on, and then you have somebody like Max Martin writing even American pop music.
Exactly.
And so you have the Swedish influence there. Max Martin, who, by the way, should have his own signature burger from Max. I'm just saying that. That's something we discussed earlier this year.
Yeah.
Just remembered that.
I don't think that they have Max in Finland, though.
No.
Oh.
But I know that because they.
So that was a
had
fun
that
joke.
board
If this
of-
was the Swedish interview.
Sorry, Finland. Max is a burger chain in Sweden, and they have excellent vegan and veggie burgers as well, which is a rare thing.
I'm going to send this interview to Max.
Yeah, especially for fast here. Just saying. All right.
What's your favorite burger there?
They have a vegan pulled pork. It's absolutely amazing because I'm trying to live vegetarian now for 9 weeks or so, and I started like throughout the last couple of years to look for things, and we tried it at the airport in Stockholm, I guess. It's fantastic.
It's great.
It's
I'm a vegetarian for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So vegan pulled pork at Max. Amazing.
vegan pork.
It sounds like it doesn't make much sense, and maybe it doesn't.
It does.
Okay. I have to admit, I mean, I eat basically everything, but I have reduced my meat eating, and some of the vegan dishes, they are really good.
They're fantastic.
Because some people are like, I've ordered, oh, you're vegan. I was like, no, I just like
exactly.
this dish. I don't care if it's made for, pork or chicken or tofu or whatever. If it tastes good and does the job, then I'll eat that. So I don't differentiate.
Yeah. And in the next episode of What Do You Eat, we're gonna meet Kirk Hammett.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
Cool.
Well, we talked about food now.
All the food questions.
Oh, they had a food question.
There's a whole page of questions. Bam, gone.
Was that for real?
What was it?
You had tons of food questions. Okay.
What was the food question?
What's your favorite?
What are your favorite dishes?
Oh, then.
No. That's a whole different story.
Yeah. I hate to do the dishes.
That was a good one. That was a surprisingly good one. So here's the thing. As I said, so maybe in a few years or a month from now, I'll manage. But so far, the veggie thing for me is like 98% veggie, because the 0.2% is when I go and have a spaghetti carbonara, and there's a little bit of ham in there because I love spaghetti carbonara, and
Next time I'm gonna make you a vegetarian version of that.
that's really nice of you. But I doubt that you will make it as good as like
I will.
an Italian
I will.
grandmother. But so a really really
I
proper.
will import a vegetarian Italian grandmother to
Okay.
make it for you.
And but generally I love Italian stuff. So also and then for example bolognese or bolognese as
Yeah.
people sometimes say, you can have a fantastic veggie bolognese. That's great with lentils or with fake minced meat, whatever. That's great. I love sushi too. I could talk about food for
Yeah,
hours.
yeah, yeah.
So-
Now you open the Pandora's
Yeah,
box.
yeah, yeah. I'm stopping it here.
What about you guys?
Favorite dish? I was talking on and on and on. and then you can listen.
I don't know. It
You don't eat.
depends.
I actually hate food, but I'm started to like to actually. I start liking cooking, which is weird.
Indian dishes.
I hate
the
Indian
curries, like
Oh, yeah.
vegetarian curries, chicken curries, and really spicy ones. That's actually my favorite. Like,
That's also great,
like
yeah.
really, because usually when
But
you
now
order,
I was
when you
talk-
order,
hey,
sorry,
I was
yeah.
talking. You fuck off.
Yeah, but now I remember. I had to
Because
say
you don't
before I
like food.
forgot it. Yeah, you hate food, so that was end of discussion.
No, it
okay.
was not. It was not.
Okay, but yeah, Indian and
I hate
and
Indian
curries. Well, and
Actually,
spicy ones.
actually, I already said that I hate food, but
Yeah.
no.
Because usually they make the curries too mild, and you always have to ask more. Just make it like you for the regular.
Make it like you mean it.
Yeah. And then when I thought, like, no, now we're talking.
A nonny.
No need. Yeah.
What's it called? Like macaroni and cheese.
Wow.
Well, that's good
That's
if it made
classic.
properly. Yeah, that's
It's
classic.
energetic. It has a lot of vitamins.
No, no.
Yeah, it's very healthy.
But of course, I agree that sometimes like the basic dishes are the best. It doesn't have to be
Yeah,
fancy.
Swedish
Ah.
köttbullar.
Yeah.
I should stop advertising stuff. But hey, if
But
you
at
guys,
Max
if
in
you,
Sweden.
if you guys are, so here's the thing. I was in Dublin a few weeks ago, and I went to a place called.
How many bonus
What
points
was
did
it
you get
called?
to?
It was so good. It was like in the main street where also the temple bar is and everything. There's an Italian, La Gondoliera, and they have the absolutely best spaghetti pomodoro I've ever had. I actually had to ask them to tell the cook because it was
Is that
so
the cook?
good. No, unfortunately not. And I've been talking ever since for weeks now. I'm talking about that spaghetti pomodoro. Dublin, La Gondoliera. It's close. It's next to
It's
the temple bar.
closed.
Close to the temple bar. Not close. Hopefully it will never close.
Hey,
Hey.
Juliet, we're in an interview here.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a release date, but we are aiming for a spring release, probably Q1 or Q2. We don't know yet.
We don't know.
But,
We know when the album is ready and done and the parts and then but tentatively,
yeah.
roughly scheduled spring, late spring,
first single is gonna see the light of day in like February, hopefully,
February, March, or
and then hopefully we're gonna tour intensively for the rest of the year. So that's good. Until then, check our first album out if you haven't already done that. And if you're in Sweden, go to Max.
Yes, and if
have
you're
the-
in Dublin, go to La Gondoliera.
Yeah, but it's closed.
No, okay.
So let's sum up this interview with
Yes.
And if you're in India, please ask them to not have it too soft and make the
Yes.
dishes as if
Yeah.
they meant it.
yes.
Maybe just ask a local to order it for you.
Yeah,
Because I
exactly.
think that's why they're going so mild.
Yeah, because last
This
we
guy can't
we
take
be
it.
there with my wife. You know, they always like, and on the maybe third or fourth day, they're like, okay, you actually want to spicy because we were always asking more.
More,
and
more,
then
yeah.
How the hell did this interview come to happen about like, hi, we're a band, we're gonna sell our music to you guys, but
we're advertising other restaurants.
Let's go back to food.
yeah.
Hey,
And
maybe
one-
share it all.
One time at band camp, we ate bananas.
The food is important.
Yeah.
Without that,
I-
without eating food, we wouldn't be able to make music because we would die.
If there's any scientists out there that are inventing a pill that you could take so you don't have to eat food, sign me up. I would love that. And I would have more time to write music.
That's sad. I'm just saying. But it's okay. Some people just don't want to have pleasure, you know.
I don't care what
I wish you could eat.
Yeah, I wish that someone could invent a way that you could make the charge happen without the actual action.
Yeah, right. That's the next thing.
Like
Pregnant.
Yeah, it's too.
I wish-
It's too. The
Too
fucking
much-
is too
yeah.
fucking sweaty.
It's too much
Consuming.
fucking work. I need to write more music.
Just go to Max, they will fix that. Yeah.
Okay. But
I don't care what Oigi says, I think you're okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much for having us and in this episode of What Do You Eat?
Yes.
We're Cyhra and kiitoksia suomalaiset. And
Sobi Finland Perkele.
Bye.
bye.
Bye.